What's good, gang? I'm back with the Fat Files, the homie Nick. I think this is the IRS one y'all been telling me to because y'all always say wait till he finds out about the IRS. Y'all always say that in the comment section. I think this is the IRS video y'all are talking about. It's titled "The IRS Helps Criminals for Money." Sounds about America. Let's get into this, man. Learn me something, man. Let me know how the IRS is fucking me over.
Nothing in this video is tax advice. It's mostly just me getting upset.
Facts.
This video is brought to you by Steelhead Outdoors. They're the ones that make my gun safe. They make all their stuff right here in America, Minnesota to be exact. To the best of my knowledge, they're the only ones making modular gun safes. This safe comes apart into a top, a bottom, a door, and 3 sides. Obviously, it can only be taken apart from the inside, but this means that you and one buddy can take apart your safe and move it if you ever need to. You don't need to hire a special company with fancy equipment, and it's way safer for everybody. They also make the best lock boxes on the market. Most lock boxes are made out of very thin metal, borderline tinfoil, and this thing is made out of 12-gauge steel, which is the same steel that most gun safes are made out of. This thing weighs 9 pounds. So if you want to check them out, I'll have them linked down below. Let's get back to the video. Okay, all I wanted to know was why is it that every year when I have to go do my taxes, why doesn't the IRS just send me a bill for how much money they think I owe them?
Right.
Okay, if you're not an American or you're too young to do your taxes, or you do your taxes and you just don't really pay attention to what's going on, I'll explain. When World War II was kicking off, the American government needed more money, so they went to every employer in the country and said, hey, you have to tell us how much money you pay all of your employees. So now the IRS knows how much every single person in America makes every year. Because of that, the IRS now knows how much money every single person owes them at the end of the year. Okay, so now that we're on the same page that the IRS knows how much money each person owes them, why doesn't the IRS just send you a bill every year? Because in America, they don't send you a bill. You have to go to a tax professional or you have to use some software. Basically, you have to pay like upwards of $200 to have somebody or some program do your taxes, which is a fancy way of saying that program or that person has to figure out how much money you owe the IRS, even though the IRS already fucking knows that. Okay, do you understand the gravity of what I've just told you? Because whether you realize it or not, this is a conversation that every American has with the IRS every single year. Hey, it's tax season, pay me. All right, how much do I owe you? That's the fun part. How much do you owe me? Like, you don't know how much money I owe you? Oh no, I know exactly how much money you owe me to the cent. Okay, so then why don't you tell me and I'll just pay you? Because fuck you, that's why. Okay, well, if you're not gonna tell me how much money I owe you, I'm just not gonna pay you. Oh, well, that's not really an option because if you don't pay me, I'm gonna throw your ass in prison. Oh, well, don't want that. Okay, what if I overpay you? Well, then I'm gonna keep all the extra money.
I was just about to fucking say that, because if you underpay them, they gonna send you that letter. Hey, bro, Chacho, you owe us 48 cents. Give me that. But if we overpay them, they just be like, I mean, who's gonna make all these phone calls letting people know that they overpaid? Nobody wants to do that. Fuck it, just keep the money. They won't know any difference.
Oh, well, don't want that. Okay, what if I overpay you? Well, then I'm gonna keep all the extra money and not really tell you about it. Okay, and what if I underpay you? Well, that depends. If you underpay me a little bit, I'll just financially penalize you. If you underpay me a lot, I'll also throw your ass in prison.
Thanks.
Okay, I guess. Yeah, I know, I can hear the keyboard warriors already. Buh! You're so stupid. The reason the IRS does that is because the IRS doesn't know if you're going to claim any deductions or not. Buh! Okay, that's a bullshit-ass excuse. If you know nothing about taxes, you can do your taxes one of 2 ways. There's the standard deduction, or you can do an itemized return. The standard deduction is just the normal amount that the IRS assumes every single person in America has that's not taxable income. In 2023, it's $13,850. The IRS just assumes you have that much in write-offs. But if you have significantly more than that in tax write-offs, you can then do an itemized return, and in that case you have to write down every single tax deduction that you have and turn that into the IRS, and then you can get a higher deduction on your taxes. Okay, here's the kicker with that. 87% of Americans do the standard deduction. That means the IRS could literally send every American a bill at the end of the year, and it could say, hey, here's how much money you owe us in taxes, assuming that you're getting the standard deduction, which again is 87% of people. And you can just have a little check mark box that says, yes, I agree to this, and you can mail them a check, or they can have a little fill in the blank where you give them your bank account information and then they just send you your tax return. Or you could hit, no, I don't agree with this because I have more write-offs, aka 13% of the population, and then those 13% of people can go and have a tax professional prepare your itemized return, and then you could do your taxes that way. Literally, for 87% of the country, tax season can be over and done with just as fast as you pay a power bill. But no, instead you have to get all your paperwork together, you have to go schedule an appointment with a tax professional, turn it into an all-day event to go get your taxes done, or you have to spend hours upon hours desperately trying to figure out how to do it yourself with some online program, and it's a giant waste of absolutely everybody's time. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, that makes sense. Why on earth doesn't the IRS just do that? And obviously, it's because they make more money doing it this way. Okay, everybody's talking about AI, artificial intelligence, and how scary it is. I'm convinced that AI has been around forever, and the first AI ever invented was bureaucracy. Okay, the minute you get more than like 10 people in a group and you give them one goal and tell them that's their only job and that none of them are individually responsible for their actions, everything's gonna go completely off the rails, okay? The IRS lets this happen because guess what? The tax filing industry in the United States is $11 billion a year. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say that a little bit slower. Americans pay $11 billion a year to seek help from professionals to find out some shit the government already fucking knows. But because the IRS...
Get the fuck out of here. You telling me... Because I paid $300 to do my taxes, bro. I paid $300. You telling me that my $300 is a part of an $11 billion a year business? Is this even a fucking business? This isn't a business. This isn't a business. This is just with you're wait. You motherfuckers. You telling me that they make $11 billion withholding information that they already know? Is that I'm not even going to call that a business. What do you call that? Do you call it a scam? Do you call it conning us? So you telling me somebody said, yeah, we could tell them how much they owe us, but we could also make $11 billion not telling them what they owe us. And they're on top of the $11 billion, they're going to still pay us what they owe us. Bro. And it's just like, they're just like, and who cares if you know that's what it is? You still got to do it or we're going to send you to jail. Yeah. But our buddy right here, the guy who owns the company, yeah, he can con scam the president. Yeah, he ain't got to pay no taxes. Yeah. No. You can't do it. He ain't got to do it though. Yeah, Trump ain't got to do it. Trump. He gonna figure. He friends with everybody, so he gonna figure a way not to go to jail about it. But we sending y'all little asses to jail. Y'all motherfuckers who owe us $6,000 and $8,000 and $20,000. Y'all, but the motherfuckers who owe us some millions and some billions, they ain't got to worry about that. They got millions and billions. You thought that they were going to go to jail? They helped create the con. Shit crazy.
Professionals to find out some shit the government already fucking knows. But because the IRS only cares about making more money, the only thing the IRS comprehends is that's $11 billion more dollars that they get to tax, so it's in their benefit to keep it this way. It is the most insane...
Oh, I'm tripping! They get to tax the taxers! They get to tax my tax lady! They get to tax H&R Block! Holy, so the $11 billion... They also taxing that on top of receipt. Yo, what is that? Yo, what the fuck is that? How is that a thing that we let these folks get away with? I'm telling y'all, when fear and rules are implemented into something, bro, rules that land you in a place that nobody wants to go, boy, we fall in line, boy. All you got to tell us is that we can go to jail for fucking 2 years by not paying y'all a couple $100. That's all you got to do is tell us that. And we fucking paying. We don't want to go to jail. We're paying. And then if you don't go to jail, oh, we're fucking your credit up. You're not getting shit. You ain't getting nothing. Not a lease, not an apartment. You ain't getting shit. Man, come on, man. God damn. Okay, this is me being pissed. Okay, Nick, I'm with you. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Fuck this shit. Fuck him. Just fuck it all, bro.
Billion more dollars that they get to tax, so it's in their benefit to keep it this way. It is the most insane and corrupt shit on the planet. Buh! Well, it wouldn't be fair to the other 13% if they were the only ones that had a difficult tax season.
What
Buh.
the fuck
Get
ever, bro.
the fuck out of here with that
Right,
bullshit.
bruh.
Okay, just so we're on the same page, if this went into effect tomorrow, I would be in that 13% that was still doing an itemized deduction. I can still appreciate the government trying to make life and tax season easier for 87% of people. I don't give a fuck if it's fair to me. Okay, because
Right.
anybody in that 13% that's doing an itemized deduction, including me, knows how to game the system so they can make even more money. Don't fucking worry about them. Okay, I mean, for example, look at my couch. Okay, everybody jokes it's a casting couch. That's not a casting couch. That's my tax write-off couch.
Talk about
If you
it.
watch my videos, sometimes there's just random shit sitting on that couch. It's not because I wanted random shit to be on my couch in that particular video. It's because whatever's on that couch becomes part of the scene of my video. Hence, it's a tax write-off because I make money from making YouTube videos. Okay.
Y'all learned me that. Y'all learned me that. I always knew about write-offs, but I just started YouTubing. And I had no idea that what's in my video is a write-off. I had no, even my artwork, even though I ain't gonna say it because then it might not be a write-off. I did not know my vintage sunglasses back there, magazines, all these shoes. I mean, these shoes, $200 a pop, man. Come on. I got in this room alone, and not including the closet, is 394 pairs of shoes. So all of those are write-offs. Well, whichever ones are in the camera, I believe. But anyways, I did know about write-offs because my tax lady be like, hey, so talk to me. Where's your shop out of? What sewing machine do you use? What thread do you use? You know, I had to go down that whole list of things and she write all of that shit off. But I did not know about the video part of it where all of these shoes and shit are write-offs. And now that I know that is happening this year, I still ain't did my taxes this year. I need to. I got too many damn 1099s. Anyways, so y'all learned me that, and I thank y'all for that. Let's rock, Nick. They told me, so this is the video. Thank you.
My video. Hence, it's a tax write-off because I make money from making YouTube videos, okay? So I get to write that shit off.
You write it off.
Who writes it off?
I don't know. The write-off people.
Hey, if y'all ain't watched that show, that's called Schitt's Creek. Love that show. Hilarious show. Love that show. Schitt's Creek. Check it out. I think it was on Showtime, I believe.
Write-off because I make money from making YouTube videos, okay? So I get to write that shit off.
You write it off.
Who writes it off?
I don't know. The write-off people.
My point being, everybody in that 13% knows how to play the game. Don't feel bad for them. Everybody's worried about artificial intelligence taking over, but it already has, because the first artificial intelligence was bureaucracy, and it's already taken over the entire world, and it's corrupt as fuck. I mean, think about it. Bureaucracy is a nameless, soulless entity that is given a single task at its inception and then does whatever it can to accomplish that task. That is borderline the definition of AI. And if you wanted proof that the IRS is absolutely corrupt and only cares about collecting as much money as possible, all we have to do is read their own handbook. Can't watch this. Let's pull up publication 525 for the year of 2023, taxable and non-taxable income. Okay, this is basically just what you can claim as deductions, what you can't, how you go about doing it in every different type of situation that you could possibly come up with over the course of like 50 pages. Okay, now if I could bring your attention over to page 37 under the article that says stolen property. Quote, if you steal property, you must report its FMV, fair market value, in your income in the year that you steal it, unless in the same year you return it to its rightful owner. Yeah, translation, they don't care if you steal shit for a living. As long as they get their cut, they don't care. This isn't a just and right entity.
Learn me something, y'all. Wait the fuck a minute. These folks just said, yeah, we're the government. Well, IRS, privately owned, whatever the fuck they are. We don't care if you do illegal things as long as we get our cut of it. Meaning if I rob a bank and I get $30, that's all they had in the $30. They want that part of, they want they part of that 30 unless I go get a 30 back. And then what happens if I steal and get caught and go to jail? Do I still owe them? It's in record now that I stole $30 worth of money. Do they now know, oh shit, he owes us for that 30. Yeah, he did his jail time, but But we still need our $6. Talk to me, y'all, because what the fuck? That's in the actual print? Nah.
You steal shit for a living. As long as they get their cut, they don't care. This isn't a just and right entity. This is literally a mafia boss.
Business
Right.
bad? Fuck you, pay me. Oh, you had a fire? Fuck you, pay me.
Oh, don't worry, it keeps going. Page number 32, under bribes. Quote, if you receive a bribe included in your income. And I know what you're thinking. What if there's illegal activity, but it's not necessarily stealing, and it's not necessarily a bribe? Oh, well, they put a catch-all on page 35. Oh, there it is, right between reporting taxable payments and Indian fishing rights. Illegal activities, and I quote, income from illegal activities, such as from dealing illegal drugs, must be included in your income on a Schedule 1 Form 1040, line 8Z, or on a Schedule C Form 1040, if from self-employment activity. And I know what you're thinking, because you're a sane, rational person, and I thought the same exact thing. Clearly, this is just a clever ploy to try to catch criminals, right?
Yes, and if I don't pay up, I'll go to jail for tax evasion. I'm crazy enough to take on Batman, but the IRS, no, thank you.
Wrong. I've octuple checked. The IRS has no legal obligation to report illegal activities to any type of authority other than itself. And remember, because the IRS is basically an artificial intelligence whose sole purpose is to collect as much money as possible, it doesn't benefit from reporting criminals as long as those criminals are willing to pay taxes. Okay, and I can prove this on a large scale because marijuana, cannabis, in the United States is illegal on a federal level. I understand that it's legal or decriminalized in some states, but it's still illegal federally, meaning that the DEA, a federal law enforcement agency, could roll into your fully state legal cannabis dispensary and arrest all of you. Okay, and this has already been settled by the Supreme Court in Gonzalez versus Reich in 2005 when the DEA did just that in California. So knowing that growing and distributing cannabis is illegal, the IRS has decided that they're going to report all of it to the federal government. No, I'm just kidding. They decided they were going to come up with their own special document. It's called a 280E, and it basically says, hey, what you're doing is illegal on a federal level. We know it's illegal, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to charge you double the taxes, and you're not going to be allowed to take any tax write-offs. And by the time it's all said and done, the entire cannabis industry pays about 3.5 times the taxes of any other industry, all because the IRS knows that they can get away with it because they know that that shit's illegal on a federal level because the IRS just wants to make more money.
Which makes me believe that it will never be legal federally because this is all a part of the game. Somebody owns the IRS. I don't know who, but I'm almost certain it involves some politicians. It involves some world leaders. That's how they keep their pockets fat because they know we are going to consume marijuana every second of the day. There is somebody consuming marijuana. It's probably, I'm almost certain it is the most used. Is it even a narcotic anymore? It is it's the most used herbal on the planet. If you're asking me, this is just me. And if they could double tax it with no issues, because if you own a dispensary and it does well, you're going to get rich no matter how much they damn tax you, because the overconsumption of Mary Jane it's unbelievable, right? Just from what I've seen with my own eyes, it's unbelievable. So the government's like, well, the IRS is like, yo, we could double tax them. Hell, we might even be able to triple tax their ass in the future. Let's just play it out on this double tax and see how it goes. And in the future, we'll quadruple that shit. Yo, that's madness. That's yo, this is some fucked up shit, man. This is some fucked up shit.
They know that that shit's illegal on a federal level because the IRS just wants to make more money. I cannot tell you over the course of my life how many times I've heard somebody express the general sentiment along the lines of, man, I wish they taught me useful stuff in high school, like how to do my taxes or balance a checkbook, but instead, I know the Pythagorean theorem. And I'm gonna be honest, at this point, I'm convinced that they don't teach this in school because if they did, people would know about it, and if people knew about this, nobody would put up with this bullshit. Okay, I can't do this anymore. I need a beer. I'm losing my mind. I guess, in conclusion, everybody's worried about artificial intelligence taking over the world, and in their head, they're picturing something like the movie Terminator with Skynet and robots trying to kill everybody. But in reality, AI has already taken over the world. It's called Bureaucracy, and it's not trying to kill everybody. It's just trying to milk society dry of its time and its money so that it can just preserve itself, even though it no longer even needs to exist. Thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. I'm going to pay taxes on every shirt you buy. Quack bang, out.
We're gonna pay taxes on every shirt we buy.
I live in a complete clown world. Even the king's goons and Robin Hood tell you how much money you owe.
God damn, IRS, man. God damn, boy. That's a wicked gang right there, boy. That's a wicked gang. There's somebody who wakes up every day in charge of the IRS, who's put in charge of just taking our money for every little thing. I wonder if that motherfucker get taxed. I wonder how much they pay in taxes. The motherfucker who just run the IRS. I don't know, man. I'm a little upset. Because I know I'm going to owe a little bit. And I don't want to owe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. All my tax experts, holla at me. Fuck it. Who's out there who's a tax expert watching my channel like, I fuck with Nolo. Nolo, hit me up, bro. I got you. I'm gonna figure some shit out for you. Talk to me. Talk to me. Because my tax lady, she do me right. Right? She all right. But sometimes she be hitting me. I be like, bro, I got to pay how much? I don't want to pay that shit. I don't want to pay anything. Nothing. Break me even. Even if they owe me, I done been audited so much in my life, y'all, bro. I don't want nothing. I be telling her, just break me even or make me owe like $30. Like, I'm cool with that sometimes. Like, I'll pay $20, $30. I don't want to owe nothing, bro. Please, just tell me I don't owe nothing. And if they owe me, I be knowing something wrong, bro. Like, wait a minute, they owe me? How much you said they owe me? Yeah, that might come back as a red flag. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, bro. I don't know why my name is on that fucking checklist, but boy, I be getting audited. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, y'all. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.